Good morning, my faithful loyal YouTube subscribers. Today it is Sunday. What is today? Today, Sunday the 27th. The year is 2020. It's Christmas time. Still sitting here by the Christmas tree in my apartment. If you all saw the video, we did finally get all my furniture. It's a long story. I ended up with the furniture I ended up with. I had ordered some furniture. I had to cancel that furniture because it was taking too long to get in. I ended up going to another furniture store, Woodstock Furniture Outlet, out in Ackworth, Georgia, about a 45-minute drive outside of Atlanta. It's a Woodstock Furniture Outlet, and they have beautiful furniture. Really nice stuff. And I just sat there with the sales lady, and I ordered some stuff and made sure it was in stock. I'm not buying. Don't fall for this ordering furniture mess, y'all. You never get it. The pandemic, the back orders, forget it. So I sat there for a few hours going through dining room set after chair, trying to piece it together, dining room furniture, living room furniture, trying to find what I liked, what I didn't like, what was in stock, what was available, what was in the warehouse. We had to visually make sure somebody to make sure they could see it in the warehouse. And it worked out pretty good. I ended up getting a bunch of stuff from that store, and then they delivered it the very next day. Versus, I went to another well-known furniture store in Atlanta, placed the order back in September. It was supposed to be in here by December. No furniture. I had to cancel that order and went out there. So I thank the people at that Woodstock Furniture Outlet. They ship furniture all over the United States. The place is a massive, gigantic. The problem I kept running into is their furniture was so big, it wouldn't have fit in the space that I live in. Now, when I had that house, that big 10,000 square foot house here, it would have fit in there, but I'd be not in on the house. I'm in the 2-bedroom townhouse right now. So I needed furniture that could fit the space. And it took some back and forth. And I was happy with the prices. It was way prices, bad prices, a whole lot better than what I was paying for that other major furniture store. So I'm happy. I had my furniture. Like I said, they lived the very next day. It was in stock. And they brought it on out. So there's an interesting story about a comedian that came to Atlanta to start a new career. And for some reason, I'm trying to pull this thing up on my page, and this thing would stop working at the very moment that I needed to pull it up. Basically, it's a story about a young man who is a comedian who, let me turn off this Wi-Fi, because I guess my Wi-Fi is not working. He moved here to Atlanta from another state. Comedian killed in recording studio shooting, was chasing his dream. He was at a recording studio here in Atlanta. A comedian, not a rapper, singer, dancer. A comedian came to Atlanta to pursue recording jokes for maybe an album or something like that. So the coronavirus pandemic and the dream brought Andre Majors to the city 7 months ago. He moved here 7 months ago. The former banker had always kindled his entrepreneurial spirit and was the funniest guy in any room. But the recent loss of his job left him out of excuses. So he packed up his Denver apartment, Denver, Colorado, kissed his wife and their fluffy dog goodbye, and arrived in Atlanta in June. He moved here in June of 2020, summer of 2020, in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic. Now, I thought that was interesting because I've met so many people who have come to Atlanta this summer. They have come here in droves, all with a dream. I'm going to go to Atlanta and I'm going to make it happen in the middle of a pandemic. In the middle of a city going through a crime wave that's been unprecedented, that shootings and killings this year, over 150 people killed this year, violent crimes, robberies, assaults. Atlanta crime just exploded, just like the coronavirus pandemic. I don't know, could the coronavirus be making people lose their damn lives? Possibility, who knows? But Atlanta has had a very tough time with crime this year. The riotings that destroyed the city, the Wendy's restaurant burned down, the shooting of children. It has been a really rough year here in Atlanta, but people still have their dreams and impact them. So he packed his stuff and moved to Atlanta in June. As I was saying, Majors was making progress with bit roles here and there. He had booked appearances at comedy shows at nightclubs around the city. He was there, he was grinding, doing his thing. Then on December 1st, he was found dead in the parking lot of a music recording studio on Campbellton Road. He was only 29 years of age. So Andre Majors moves to Atlanta in June, Andre Majors moved to Atlanta in June. He's pursuing a dream. We had everybody coming to Atlanta with dreams and stardust. And they don't have no idea what they get themselves involved in. Could he have pursued this dream in other places? I don't know. He was getting roles in TV shows, handsome man. When he was found dead, the body of Herman Gibbs, 32, was found lying next to him. Both men have been shot multiple times. Now, his wife, Kelcey Majors, is now left to pull at the threads of her husband's life in an unfamiliar city, hoping something leads to answers that they don't know what took place. Andre, the best way to describe him is that he's a dreamer. He's always been in different entertainment endeavors. Acting and comedy was just another one of those ways to dream. I don't think he ever really wanted to be famous, but he wanted to be important. There's a picture of him and his wife. I'm going to post these pictures. Beautiful, young, handsome man, beautiful wife, young. Kelcey Majors said her husband really believed that moving to Georgia was going to turn their lives around. Both were faced with unemployment, and both had experienced sickness and loss in their families this year. She and the couple's dog, Nala, moved to North Carolina to be close to him. So she didn't come to Atlanta. She went on to North Carolina. Maybe she was staying with some family members or friends, but he was here working on his career in one of the most dangerous cities in America. But people are not being told this. This is being hidden. Under the glitz and glamour of Atlanta, you will get killed here. You better watch your back. In Campbellton Road, ain't no way in hell I would have been out there on Campbellton Road at some recording studio. No way, too dangerous. Campbellton Road didn't really went down the fucking cliff. And this was a beautiful mug one of my Alton and his wife gave me for Christmas. Where y'all Christmas gifts under this damn tree? I don't see nothing. Where the gifts at? But thank you, Alton. People coming to Atlanta, I don't know what they be thinking. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out. That's why I do these videos. Welcome to Niggaville, y'all. They will kill your black ass here. There have been shootings at the malls, in public places, outside nightclubs, in hotels. And the crazy part is a lot of people getting shot and killed. They come here from different places just to get murdered here. They come here with these dreams. Atlanta is not the same place where LA Face and Babyface lived in the 90s and they drove around the streets and you can see stars and celebrities all off Peachtree Street and walk up to them. It's just a totally different place now. It's totally different because the crime is so bad. You got so many bad people who have flocked to the state, to Georgia from all over the United States. They got so many, all the bad apples out of Chicago, New Jersey, New York, all these places have come here. And they should have stayed where they were. But now they're here and they're causing a hell of a lot of havoc. This young man, only 29 years of age, lost his life coming to Atlanta to pursue a dream. The family intended to reunite for the holidays. He was killed on December 1st. When Major and his wife spoke on the phone, he never mentioned Gibbs, she said. She can only guess that he may have gone to the Southwest Atlanta recording studio late that night. So she didn't even know who Gibbs was at this point. She doesn't know who he was and what they were together and they were both shot and killed. Was this somebody else who was pursuing a dream too? No one stuck around to speak to investigators after the double shootings. One of 4 homicides reported across the city. 4 people were killed that night on December 1st. According to an incident report obtained by the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, the parking lot was empty when police arrived just before midnight, except for the bodies of the 2 men and 2 abandoned vehicles. So everybody fled. So what happened? What took place out in this parking lot? That these 2 men ended up dead and everybody else skedaddled. The vehicles were taken into evidence, and police did not find any drugs or anything else of any criminal intent inside them. I just know Andre's the type of guy that if somebody told him there was an opportunity somewhere to make an recording, to be on stage, to meet someone who could introduce him to someone, he wouldn't turn that down. It doesn't say the time that this took place, and I was very curious to know what time they were over at that recording studio. I'd have to do a little bit more research, but I was still trying to figure out what time was it with that they were down off Campbellton Road. It ain't good time to be on Campbellton Road any time of the damn day shit, like I know. 12 noon, I stay away from there. Campbellton Road is horrible. It used to be nice, not no more. Now that's gotten really rough. It doesn't tell you the name of the recording studio he was at either. It is unknown if Majors and Gibbs were at the studio together. So they don't know if they were together there or not. Gibbs, who leaves behind 2 young sons, performed as rapper Baby Boy and was there to record his music on his family. So they knew he was there. His family members knew he was going there to record. No arrests have been made in their deaths. So you have a handsome young man came to Atlanta and came here with a dream that he would improve his life. Lost his job as a banker, was collecting unemployment, and said, I'm going to go to Atlanta and I'm going to try to finally, maybe this is my time, my opportunity to pursue my dreams. I'm going to be a comedian. I can make people laugh. I can do this. He believed in his heart that this was an opportunity. He came to one of the most dangerous cities in America, but he didn't know this. And it was probably hanging around some people who were probably setting him up from the day he arrived here. I don't trust none of these niggas in Atlanta. They will kill you for nothing. Was it a robbery? Was it just what could have happened out there at the studio? That this young man, a very young man, 29 years of age, a banker. He wasn't a drug dealer. He wasn't a convicted felon. He wasn't doing anything. He wasn't in a bad drug deal gone bad. What could have happened that led to this man's death? What could have took place out there? Was he just at the wrong place at the wrong time? But I believe he was more like in the wrong city, looking for opportunities at the very wrong time. But as I've said, people are flocking here. They're moving here in droves. And they're looking for opportunities where there might not be any that they really exist. I'm in this complex where I live right here now. You have a lot of young people here. This apartment is half empty now. Because of the pandemic, a lot of people could not pay their rents. They couldn't afford these units. They fled. And they're trying to bring people, trying to rent these units, and trying to rent these units, and trying to rent them. This is an older complex. The building, the main building, which you can probably see through those windows, is 100 years old of age. It used to be high school. The interesting part is beautiful loft, young people, but the people I've met so far are all fleeing, leaving Atlanta, dumping these apartments, and going someplace else. We're in this situation, and it's probably going to be stuck in this probably for a few more years, maybe a year or 2 or 3, who knows. We're going to be here for a minute before things start to improve. And people are going to keep coming to Atlanta, and unfortunately, y'all, in this past, I was going to do the research, and I had to do another video about this, but there have been so many people who come here from different states who've been shot and killed here in Atlanta. It is unreal. Lenox Mall, it has happened. Various nightclubs, hotels, just out and about. They're coming here, and I think because everything else is kind of shut down because of the pandemic, Chicago and other places. But Atlanta's attracting some good people, but you got a lot of bad apples coming down here too, and you got some bad apples who are already here. I found this story very sad because this man was pursuing a dream. He was pursuing a dream and an opportunity he thought he could grasp. He came here to Atlanta and he lost his life here. I know some of y'all think, well, that could have happened anywhere. It possibly could have happened anywhere. But I guess my question would be, I really wonder, could he have pursued that career in other cities? We have the internet now, access to the internet. If he's a comedian, his videos could have exploded across the internet. There's a comedian that got an internet started on Country Joe, I can't think of his name. He was always on Facebook videos, and the videos were hilarious. And he lives someplace, South Georgia or something. His name is Country Joe, I can't think of his name. But he got a start on the internet, and he did a lot of touring over the past few years. Because I watched this stuff, his stuff is hilarious. I'm sure you all know who I'm talking about. Little skinny black guy, Country something. And I've seen him talk about how dangerous this, just being a comedian can be, going to tour, going to clubs late at night and doing stuff. I've seen the videos where he's made comments about that. And I just wonder, was this man, you know, there are opportunists here in Atlanta that look for, did they arrange something at the studio, and maybe the person said, yeah, I can get y'all some studio time, it's gonna cost you XYZ, bring cash. You know, I'll meet y'all there and you can get started. We got an engineer. You never know, niggas talk so much shit in this damn town. You know, that's something good. I would love to know what time were they at this recording studio. Who lured them down into the recording studio? Were they in there recording? I mean, it's just a lot of details are not in this report. I'm sure the police are probably keeping the investigation close to their vest as they investigate. They don't want stuff to get out yet until they figure out who did this. But like I said, it's just unknown if Andre Majors and Mr. Gibbs were there together at the studio. They don't know, but somebody in that studio should have known something, or did they? I just wonder. I just wonder what could have transpired that led in those. So I know a lot of you all, for some odd reason, see Atlanta as this gleaming, beautiful place. You see the Tyler Perry TV shows, Tyler Perry Studios, the glitz and the glamour. But there's an underworld here that if you're not careful and you don't watch your surroundings and you don't trust these niggas, you can't trust these niggas as far as you can throw their asses. I'm serious. I don't trust them. They will kill you here. And they don't care about your life. They don't care about their own life. You have to come here and you better be street savvy. Because a lot of people think they come into a slow town. Atlanta's so slow. It's a small town. These motherfuckers will show you just how fast they are. They quick draw fast and will shoot your ass and rob you. I'm very careful about where I go and what I do. I've been invited to events or parties, all kinds of stuff. And there's certain parts of the city I ain't going over there. I'm not risking my life to go to a birthday party and that's out of town, at some club or someplace. And I said, why did I choose that place? I'm not coming over there. Certain parts of town, I just don't go. And I'm not saying, and crime has exploded in Buckhead up there at Lenox Mall. They've had shooting after shooting after shooting, and there's a young girl who just shot across the street at Phipps Plaza. So there's had a shooting over there now. Where are these people coming from? Why are they showing up here? Why do they have to always grab a gun? What is going on here? Be careful. Be careful. And I bet you $1 million it was some nigga that shot these guys. And I bet you another $1 million you won't see nobody marching and protesting up and down these streets and rioting for these two men who lost their lives. In fact, you may not have even known about it. May not have heard a word. Just turned on TV and said somebody shot and killed and going to the next door. Because 4 people died that day. And since that time, there's been shooting after shooting after shooting after shooting after shooting after shooting. We got what, a few days left in this year. It's this Sunday, this is December 27th. How many days do we have left? How many more people will die before the end of this year? 2020 has been a horrible year for a lot of people. It's been a rough year for a lot of people. It's been terrible. And you have to just sit back and wonder, what's next? You know, how will the next year, 2021, be? What will that year be like? You know, in this pandemic. You know, you have two successful young people who lost their jobs in Denver. And he came to Atlanta. Her husband packed up and came to Atlanta thinking, I'm going to go pursue this right now. I'm going to try this. He came to a city full of hustlers, snakes, rattlesnakes, jobbers, hustlers. They shucking and jiving ass niggas here. You can't trust them. And somebody set him up. Something took place. Something, I don't think this was just random, a random robbery or shooting. Somebody either lured them to that studio or something to happen over that studio, and it ended up with these two brothers losing their lives. So, like I said, I done met so many people who have packed up mess and moved to Atlanta, and they've showed up here in droves. And I keep thinking, why come here? I don't know where they could go. I'm just saying, but they're coming here, no jobs, no nothing. They're just showing up and they're filling out applications and they're sending off resumes, and they got their hustle on and they're trying to do this and they're trying to do that. I mean, clearly they didn't say this brother was working. He was just trying to get his groove on, trying to grow, hustle and grind in the comedian, being as a comedian. That's a tough industry. It's a tough industry. Anything involving entertainment is tough. People look at the television show and see these actors and singers and dancers and comedians and say, wow, they made it. But they don't know the path that they went through to get there. I know. So I'm sitting my ass by this Christmas tree doing YouTube videos. It's much safer. They're running through some nightclub begging and fighting with folks over some damn money out there. I did 30 minutes. I mean, y'all can tell you, I know quite a few club owners here. I know club owners who own comedy showcases. I know these people personally, and I listen to the stories. And I know that industry is rough and tough. It ain't what people think it is. Just like people when I already have a singing and rap career, get ready, because that's a rough career too. And you got to be a strong person. You got to watch your back. Y'all see all these rappers getting shot and killed left and right? It's been going on for decades. Biggie Smalls, Tupac. I mean, that happened over 20 years ago. That whole rap industry is dangerous. People jealousy, hate, envy. Y'all know these niggas are. Be careful. It's sad. Well, welcome to Niggaville. What y'all thought they were going to be out there giving y'all cake and ice cream? Welcome to the city. No, they got bullets and guns and deadly robins and shootings and killings and caskets here. Yeah, that's what Atlanta's about. Forget what you see on the Real Housewives of Atlanta and Love and Hip Hop fake mess and these stupid reality TV shows that are all false. Ride with me one day, jump in the car with me, and let me show you the real Atlanta. It ain't what you think it is. And people try to bounce. People say, why don't you always talk about Atlanta? Why don't you move someplace else? I'm here now. Atlanta was a much better city 20, 30 years ago when I moved in 1989 than it is today. Now, are there opportunities here? Of course there are opportunities here. But not everybody's going to achieve those opportunities. Is it a dangerous city? Yeah, it is a dangerous city. I've been robbed before. So I've learned to be very careful with my surroundings and watch people. And don't trust nobody. Because once you start trusting somebody, that's an opportunity for them to take advantage of you and possibly you lose your life. Do not trust these niggas and follow your instincts. If something doesn't sit right well with you, I've been in situations that say, I don't feel comfortable with this, and I left. Or I didn't go. It's like, okay, I'm not going over there. And I was listening, something in my mind tells me don't do this and don't do that. And I said, okay, Walter, you win that battle. I'm going back upstairs and get in bed. Have you ever get dressed to go someplace, you're going someplace, you're like, I'm not going over. I'm just not feeling it tonight. I'll take clothes, I'll take a shower and get my behind in the bed. Jay, forget it. People like, where you coming? No, I'm in bed. I'll call you tomorrow. It's the hour. I ain't got time for that shit. You're not gonna find me dead on the side of the highway, shot and killed someplace, or going to some stupid event in the middle of midnight someplace. Nah, I'm not that stupid. I stay my ass here at the house and close these blinds and turn on my alarm and get out my pistol. You better have your gun. You don't have a choice in Atlanta. These people will kill you. They're deadly here. So anyway, I know it's the holiday season, Christmas time. I hope you all had a great Christmas. I had a nice Christmas. It was just quiet. I didn't do no big family thing, nothing like that, because we knew better. Because I had some family members who got sick from doing something around Thanksgiving. I don't know what they was thinking. They had some big Christmas event at one of my family members' house, and they all ended up or they came together, let's just say. And they ended up sick, and one of my cousins ended up in the hospital. He literally got out of the hospital on Christmas Day. And don't forget, last year I went through this with Earl, and this was a nightmare process. I mean, oh my goodness. So, you know, to not be going through that this year. My heart goes out to anybody who has a loved one in the hospital going through. You know, there's a lot of this coronavirus pandemic has not been fun. It has not been, in essence, we've been stuck in this for the past 12 months. More than 12 months now. So, keep that in mind. My heart goes out to these people. And check out the story that I just read to you all. A young man, I'll post some of his pictures. It's a sad situation, you know, but so many people have come to Atlanta and lost their lives. It's just as crazy. A comedian killed in recording studio shooting was chasing his dream. And that's, you know, exactly what happened. He was chasing a dream. Lost his life here in Atlanta. Anyway, today is Sunday. It is December 27th. The year is 2020, and this is live reporting from the middle of the coronavirus pandemic. And be careful, be safe out there. I'll see you all again. I hope you all enjoyed the little snippet I gave y'all of my new place. Finally got some new furniture in there. It'll take forever. But anyway, I'm out of here. Y'all enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I'm out of here, and enjoy the rest of your day.